Welcome to No Madness Life. If you're new here, please subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, and if you'd like to become a member, links in the description. Okay, you guys. Oh, I'm so ready for this. Drum roll. I have some timestamps written down. This apartment has been driving me nuts. But I thought about it. Then I started looking things up and I said, oh, Z-snap around the world. I done figured this shit out. Happy Wednesday, Wacky Wednesday, Weirdo Wednesday, whatever you want to call it. Thank you. I let it air dry. Going for my 80s look. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Whew. So here's what we're going to do. I will tell. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go back to the little kitchen tour. And then I'm going to tell you what I think's going on here in Syria. You heard it here first, folks. You heard it here first. Even Willie agrees. So is everybody buckled in? I will tell. And you're going to go, oh, shit. I put on my detective cap. Because shit wasn't mathing. Things have to math. Once they do, I move on. So I'm going to be sharing it with you, what I think allegedly conspiracy theory, and then everything will make sense. Especially why she's been crying so much and why she's so miserable. Hurry up! Strap in. Make sure you got a drink. Make sure you went to pee-pee. Right? Are you ready? Because you don't want to miss a thing. You buckled up? All right. Here we go. First thing we're going to do. We're going back for the tour. Okay. Because sometimes our girl, she just gives things away. She doesn't think we're very smart, though. That's the fun part. Are we? Hell yeah, we're smarter than her. Yeah, we don't miss a beat. See how it's crooked? Fuck it. We're just going in. All right. Thank you, guys. I took myself out to lunch. I did. So I just feel so full of energy now. Had me a nice salad with chicken and yum. All right. Here we go. Now, we're going to pay attention. And I'm going to talk my way through it. And then I'll show you how I came up to this conclusion of what's going on in Syria. All right, sound check. Me. We're good. Let's go. Yalla. That's her, not me. All right. Now, as we look around, we're like, who the hell could live in this apartment for almost a week and it looks like this, right? That's what we've been asking ourselves. Everybody's saying it. Okay, carry on. No, that's not a window over there. That's like a little half wall with some marble tile on it. The refrigerator's supposed to go right here. No, that's not the couch on the right. That's just an extra chair. Now, as you notice, our girl, which, by the way, I can mute her because nobody really cares what she has to say. Anyway, so she's wandering around. Well, we should say wobbling around. because she got a swollen left hoof. She's wobbling around. She's unpacking snacks, right? Now, she's not putting them in the cupboard. Wait, let me do this too. And as you see over here, we just have some random dishes that are just set on the counter. Just bowls and stuff, right? Wobble, wobble. What's that song, Wobble, Wobble? She's just wiping it off with a wet rag. No, absolutely no cleaners. Just wiping it off so she can just set down some stuff, right? And then that's just some random chair. Here's the refrigerator that doesn't work, just sitting over there in the corner. Now, I do believe up here is a window, but it probably doesn't open. I'll tell you why in a minute. Okay, so she's just putting things on the counter. She's not cleaning cabinets, putting things in cabinets. She's taking things out of cabinets, but she's not putting anything in it. She's unpacking. There's cigarette butts in the sink. It's really not an effort, right? Chips, she's putting these on the counter. Nothing's going in cabinets. Nope, just all her snacks. You know, it's 90-some degrees. Okay. Now we're going to jump to the bathroom soon. It's important. It's very important. And like we looked at the stove looks unfunctioning. Like it doesn't function. I mean, it doesn't even have anything to protect from fire. Yeah. And I'm like, God, what is the landlord situation in Syria? Right? So all she did was wipe things down to set snacks down there. I have a theory about that too. But all this stuff's just random. And you're like, why doesn't she wash it and put it away? I'll tell you why. Very soon. Okay, we're going to the bathroom, folks. This is important. Now, did you notice the water pressure is horrible in this apartment? It's like a trickle, you know what I mean? She ain't showering down there. Okay, so now this area where the lights don't work, I'm going to believe that this would be where possibly a shower is. Because we know opposite the sink is the toilet, behind this cupboard wall. So we know she ain't showering. The light don't work in there.
It smells awful in that bathroom. Hold on.
Unless that is the bathroom. Hold on. Now, see, she turned the camera that way, right? So what she was doing would have been right here, right? Because she turned the camera to the right. This is across from the sink then, right?
So this is the normal one, and then you have a squat one.
She never actually showed us a toilet behind this door. Yep. She's right across from the sink, right? Yep. So right over here, there's the bathroom. She's closing that. Over here must have been what? The shower with no light? Or the camera's reversed? Doesn't really matter. It's not even part of my point in the end.
I keep the door closed. I'm gonna wash the sink. I haven't washed it. So. Oops.
None of her toiletries are in there.
I gotta wash the dishes in here. This is the water.
That's so disgusting. Yeah, that cabinet door didn't want to open. Okay, so let's go forward. Oh, shit. I got the sound back on. Okay, now wait a minute. We're going to get a little bit of a glimpse when she moves the camera. Oops. Here we go. Well, members, we already talked about it this morning, so let's try and like build up to it. Okay, so she's down there making herself some Indomie or whatever you call it, noodles, right? She's got all her snacks down there. She's got her water. Now, rumor has it, in her latest live, she said that, and we may get to it. I might get through this quicker because there's some good stuff in her newest live. A little bit of, stuff in there. But anyway, that they got a new refrigerator. The landlord brought them a new refrigerator, and she's going to keep just water in it. Says most people that have a beverage refrigerator, right? Now, meanwhile, Salah's out there. He's buying fruits, and where's all the fruits going? You got to put them in the fridge, in containers once you cut them open, right? He's been buying food a lot, going to the market. And all we've got is chips, nuts, chocolate, and Indomie noodles. And now we have a beverage refrigerator, right? Right? Okay, so now I'm going to skip forward to, let's go to 3 hours, 33 minutes, and 40 seconds. God knows. There's a lot of nonsense in between. Okay. Right here. Now, I'm going to back it up 10 seconds.
Sounds good.
Now, Julia's up in the window. There's bars on the window, right? Keep that in mind. Keep that in your head, okay? And there's only one window that opens down there. Now, we know there's 2 windows, but only one opens. Very important. Then we're going to roll up to 3:57, right on the dot. Okay. Here we go. To this room. We're going to roll up to this room right here.
Hey. Hey.
You see this room? Yeah, so do I. Now, if we try to look into that room, you would almost think that was a storage room, not a bedroom, right? There's a ledge here. Just random objects over there. Or you could say it's a bedroom. Now, we know she goes live when Salah's asleep, right? I'm going to assume the kitchen is right here. Because when you look through the kitchen door out, you can see this couch. Or, this is the kitchen. But honestly, when you look out the kitchen, you see what I'm saying? It looks like you can see this wall. And then the L shape. So I'm not sure if this is the kitchen, a storage room. But look at this room. Does that look like a countertop to you? Well, we know it's not the bathroom. I just don't see a cupboard above it. It does look like the water cooler she moved, but remember that wall's right next to the bathroom. I'll show you. Hold on. I'll show you. You think this is the door to the kitchen. Okay, now keep in mind, she's sitting on a couch against the wall with a picture above her head. This wall's blank with the cat and this long couch. Now, if I go back to the kitchen, hold on. Let's go back to the kitchen around the 22-minute mark. When she comes out of the bathroom, you'll be able to see in this room. So let's see if we can figure out. I mean, you can definitely see a couch with a red pillow on it. Hold on. Yeah, you gotta remember. You gotta remember that when she the cameras, when she does the camera like this, it's gonna have a different angle than when she's doing the front camera. But that's fine. We're fine with that. Because when she's sitting on the couch and we're looking into that weird room, that would be identical to this because she's not using the front camera. You're gross.
What am I gonna cover the ammonia with? Shower toilet's clean.
I'm trying to remember if this is where we get a bigger view. Hold on. If not, it was when she was in there. But you can definitely see a couch. Now, if this was the kitchen area you're looking out of, you wouldn't have seen a couch this close. I know my screen's crooked. Shut up, or I'm gonna... You either join a membership or quit talking, arm bra, Lynn. God, she is such a pain in the ass. Anyway, you can see more of this room at some angle. And I can't remember where the angle is. If it's before she goes in there, I think it might be. Yeah, I think it was in here. That's when she went in the bathroom. I swear, she turned the camera a little bit, and then you could see that room. Let's try here. God dang, this little bitch. Anyway, I'm not staying on that. We don't know what room that is because of the placement of the couch. You know what I'm saying? The placement of the couch doesn't seem right for that little bit of view we got. It seems really far away from that door. Where am I at? Oh yeah, we're way past it. So, see this like wall? It doesn't look like, it could be the kitchen. It could be. Okay, so here's my theory. There's a kitchen, a living room. All right, we'll get to it. All my members are spoiling it per usual because I talked about it this morning. So hold on. So I went digging. This seems pretty. This is a typical basement window. right? You know when it all hit me? You want to know when it all hit me? Oh my God, I just dropped the speaker. Is when I looked across the street at my neighbor's basement window. When I looked across the street at my neighbor's basement window. So, did you guys know that when people were hiding from the war, they had underground shelters? This is commonly what they looked like, even with kitchens, bathroom, where they would seek refuge underground. This is a basement. She's in a basement. They don't live in the basement. This is an area, in my opinion, where she gets to vlog, stay up late at night. It's cooler than the upstairs. And she gets to eat her snacks, which is why she's not using the kitchen. This is why she's not using the kitchen. She's just storing her snacks there. This is why the refrigerator was put down there, so she could put water in the refrigerator. She's spending her time down there. And now I got an even better theory. They're not living down there. They're living in the house with other people. There's no neighbors, in my opinion. In my opinion, okay, hold on. This is my opinion. This is the people he was living with, and he said, give me a month to get something together. Then he had to convince the people to let her come. And you know how he did that? $300 a month. $300 a month. The cooking is going on upstairs. They're buying groceries for this house. They're paying them to let them stay there. They're not sleeping in the basement. Foodie might be, but he's not. Remember I told you about that metal door? And I heard that metal door and I said, my God, what are you in a jail, old jailhouse? That would make sense. A metal door in an underground shelter. Now they haven't used it in a while. That's why there's old furniture kept down there, a non-working refrigerator, a random chair over there. She's whispering at night because they're all sleeping. That's when she streams. When they're sleeping. Now, during the day, I would believe that she's sleeping to avoid participating in the cleaning, the cooking. Now, we're going to talk about the solar. If she's going to be down there using energy that they've cut off from the house, switches, flick, 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 flick. Remember the switches? Oh my God, this all makes sense. They had to contribute to adding solar to the roof. Because I'm like, a battery and 2 solar panels? What are you doing? And then it dawned on me. They had to add solar to the roof. Now, did he overcharge? Absolutely. Is there a whole system with inverters? Click, 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 click. Yes. Because I couldn't figure out the setup. You have to have the solar panels, the batteries, and you have to have the inverter. That's already in the house. They had to buy an extra battery because you have to have a battery bank. They bought an extra battery and extra solar to hook up to the house to create separate energy for the basement that she's vlogging in. vlogging. That's what's going on. It all maths. When I think about it, she goes down there. Probably they don't have a clue that she's live streaming in their home. Said the people were too friendly. They ain't neighbors. They're not neighbors. The cooking goes on upstairs in the kitchen. They're eating in that home, but they are also paying to stay there. They upgraded their solar to be able to use the energy in the basement that's been untouched for a long time. And she doesn't like this situation. The bars on the window, those are basement windows. People generally will put bars on their windows when they're sleeping in a home so an intruder can't just break the window and crawl in. So when I seen my neighbor's basement windows, I went, oh my God, they're staying with people. So he didn't go find them a place. He's been staying with these people. And they have an underground shelter that they haven't needed to use, but it's there in case they do. And that's why you see all the dirty furniture, everything's covered in dust. It's a basement. She's using it as her personal snacks and vlogging. And I think, and I hate to tell you this, but it's probably the truth, she spends her time down there because Julia's not allowed in the rest of the house. That's just what I'm assuming, which is why she spends her time down there. Now let's talk about the sewage. Like I said, I was talking about it earlier and I'm like, I know one day it smells bad, one day it don't. Welcome to RV living. Welcome to RV living. So, it even says in these underground shelters, they do not have proper ventilation. They're only used for a hideout shelter when things get active. These are some pictures of basement shelters. Don't the windows look familiar? People will put kitchens in. They will put a bathroom in. They're an evacuation during wartime, during ongoing conflict, okay? And it's not uncommon. They lack ventilation. They have limited access to water and sanitation, which would make it a difficult living condition. Ventilation. That's why that toilet is not properly ventilated because it's in a basement. It's only meant for when you have to go down there. We did it! So, now she says they're moving out the end of the month, and I do believe it's because she can't live like this. She's not good praying with people. She's not good with helping clean upstairs, help make food. She wants to seal around and talk to her beezers and just be with Salah. She's not interested in the trad wife or the trad life of a Muslim woman. She's crying a lot. And I believe, now this is the other thing I believe, you know how she just brought up this woman, I believe, who lives in the house, not the neighbor, brought up that they know a doctor that would do weight loss surgery on Foodie in a clinic for $1,200. Okay, first of all, they all want their hands on her money. But second of all, I believe she's becoming a big size burden. A big size burden. And she needs to lose weight. Do you know why she hasn't gone out to eat with Salah or brought in takeout food? Well, he might have brought her lunch one day, but it's because he's not going to spend his money on it anymore when there's food being prepared in the kitchen. Do I think she's afraid to go up there at night and root around their kitchen? Absolutely. So now she's bringing snacks downstairs. She's going to microwave herself some Indomie noodles. I believe Salah wants to make a deal with the doctor. I believe it's somebody, it's a friend. Now, like I said, if there's a house big enough that has an underground shelter in it, which I've seen a few, they're pretty nice. A lot of them have a terrace also out from the basement. They're not that wealthy, but these people, I'm not saying they're wealthy. They may all be occupying a house to try and, bring resources together, right? But Foodie's the money now. She's the money now. That's how I think he convinced them to let her come. Because I think he was staying there, earning his keep. And we don't know. This could literally be a house of family close to his family home that he's working on. I believe any of this could be possible, but I definitely believe that was an uninhabited shelter underground of a house and that the real living goes on upstairs. I think that door that he shut that sounded metal was for that, like a fallout shelter basement. That's why it's a metal door. It could be part of his family. It could be friends, his friend's family. We don't know. That was like a shelter door. I'm thinking jail cell. I'm like, what is this? Like a jailhouse that was turned into apartments? No, it's a home. That's a door to a shelter underground. So yeah, they're not uncommon. So they usually will have barred windows. These are where they go to seek refuge when there is ongoing conflict. It lacks in ventilation. The water pressure is minimal. These are some converted ones. Bathroom, living room, kitchen. Nancy, thank you so much for the super chat. Wow, really? On the traveling solo logs, this guy shows his grandma's old home. See, and that's what I'm wondering. If they are in, okay. So think about this too. Rooster. Randy the Rooster. This is why I'm like, they're not in Damascus. They're out in the valleys, right? They're out in the valleys, the farm area. And supposedly that's where his family home is. So he must be staying close by so he can work during the day and all that shit. She would be a target there. Maybe she is staying in the home all day. Yeah. That window Julia's laying in, that's at ground level. And that's why you could hear the roosters so well. And the dogs, to be honest. She'll do anything to be with him, but she won't do this. Live with other people. Because the women are looking at her. You remember when she went camping? Remember when she went camping and the women, when it came time to do the dishes, she faked a headache. She laid on a couch because she doesn't like to be around other women, especially if it makes her feel less than her image of herself. She hates it. She's been crying a lot. And they pray. I mean, she's sleeping all day, you guys. Yeah, exactly, Pat. The life she wants to live is lay around in an apartment all day, eat, and vlog or live stream. She's live streaming at night because they're all sleeping. The clock's definitely ticking faster now. No, not yet, Necessita. If she thinks Salah's getting too close to a woman there, no, I don't think that. I don't think that. But she doesn't want to engage with a bunch of women that are cooking and cleaning and sitting out and having coffee together. Do you see what I'm saying? She doesn't engage like that. Yeah, I think the knees hurting, they're making her pray a lot. What did she think she was moving into? I don't know. I don't know. But we're going to watch the new live stream because she says, yeah, we're moving by the end of the month. I don't think she wants to be there anymore because she can't do what she wants. Well, I think he's gone all day doing stuff and she don't want to be with other people. I didn't hear that at all. I'll have to see if it's in the new live. So do you guys agree that this is what's going on? She's just down there because it's cooler, and I believe Julia has to stay down there, and she wants to live stream down there, and she's setting herself up with snacks and cold water. It's definitely much cooler down there than probably up in the house. And that's why she's down there. And I believe she's sleeping most of the day. She has no interest in engaging. She's not moving anywhere. Okay, so that makes sense to you? Well, thank God I did some research and it is a thing. And I was like, oh my God, I never even thought about it. You got a lot of people, a family living in a home, and they're there to collect resources, help each other out with cooking and food and living, right? Thank you, Barbie C, for the super chat. Shelly, can we agree her aunt or uncle, someone needs to get her home and straight to the hospital? Well, we could agree on that, but she wants to be with him. She doesn't care. So if she don't care, if this is the way her life goes, we don't care. It's up to her family to convince her or Salah. This is a totally believable story. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Possibly, Shacey, yeah. She hears loud noises and she worries. Well, she's at street level with a light on. Yeah. 5 new members. Says who? Who gifted? Luca, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. Yeah, it's a type of, it's called an evacuation bunker. When there is conflict. And these are typical windows, so nobody can break in to the basement. They call them underground shelters. We call them basements. It's a standard feature. They create these spaces to go down there when there is conflict. Now you can tell the one she's in hasn't been used. Some of them actually have ways to remove the bars. They have like ladders out so they don't get trapped in there. They'll put a living room in there, a bathroom, kitchens. You see what I'm saying? Now, I believe this is in an area that has roosters and wild animals and feral rabid dogs, like the countryside. And I think that there's families that live upstairs all together, a bunch of bedrooms, and then the toilet, like I was saying. Okay, I forgot, the ventilation sucks in these underground shelters. They're meant for temporary refuge, not to live in. But anyway, but they have the bathroom just in case. So what's happening is, I said somebody's got to be going bathroom upstairs, and it comes down the same pipe. Like they piped into the main pipe out to the sewage, right? So when they built this underground shelter that Foodie's just beezing in, she's not living down there. She's beezing, her live streaming. Anyway, the problem is there's not proper ventilation, so the vapors get trapped and come up through the hole in the bathroom down there. So when she was in there gagging, that was a fresh deuce. They came down the chute. Do you see what I'm saying? Does it make sense now? And then the next day, it vented into the room and then it diminished the smell. Because even that I was thinking about. I'm like, so don't smell the next day. That's the poop chute. That's coming from upstairs. And we know apartments aren't linked like that, but a house is. Where do you think she's sleeping, Shelly? Don't know. I think she waits for Salah to get up and then she goes up there and sleeps. It could be a twin bed. Because remember, he was staying there before she got there. They could have gave him a room with a twin bed in it. So she's staying up downstairs. Or he's sleeping on a couch upstairs. She will somehow ruin this. Well, I think there's been a lot of fighting going on, right? A lot of complaining, a lot of fighting, because she said, I just couldn't believe you're paying that. I can't believe you're paying that much for this. Which means a room upstairs. $300 a month would be a lot of money to live with people. But I think he set that up before she came. He was texting her, right, and telling her to come up. And I think it's because she's giving too much away. She's already panned around the room, the bathroom, the kitchen, and it doesn't take people too long, especially me, to figure out this is where she's going to do her live streams. It's not the house, it's the downstairs. And they had to add on to the solar. If she's going to be downstairs using energy, they had to add more solar and another battery. The house already has everything else, the inverter, the charging station. I think they just had to add on. And I think these people are like, it's not a one-room apartment. No, that's a basement. So anyway, all the cooking's going on upstairs. And there's women, and she doesn't like to be a part of that. She doesn't like to cook and clean and pray all day. And that's why she's been crying, and that's why she's miserable. Well, you can get a one-bedroom apartment in Syria for 85 USDs a month. Foodie's already looked it up. Trust and believe. Yes, the Western toilet, I believe, is upstairs. But I also think she goes down there to blow ass. Because you know her bathroom issues. And I do believe Julia has to stay in the basement. Because they don't typically have cats running around their homes. I believe Julia has to stay in the basement. And Foodie goes down there to eat snacks, live stream, and blow ass. That's what I think. And that's not what she wants. She wants to be alone with Salah. Because there's other women in there. And they're probably skinny. They're probably attractive. And that's probably the other thing. You can tell how much she's been crying. Stop. Like, okay, we're going to watch her newest live stream. See if you can't pick up the body language. This is great. She's going to hate me more, isn't she? I can't help it. You put it out there. I'm just making shit up. Let me make shit up. Let's see what this is. Okay. Say what I want. All right, let's watch this. Hello from beautiful Syria. No, this was yesterday's. I haven't watched it. Let me get it pulled up. I was looking for shit in there, but I didn't see anything. But I haven't watched it. Now, I've heard all the talk. You wrote the script, didn't you? I am kind of writing the script for her life now. Now that it all makes sense to me and the math is mathing, I feel so much like this is what's going on. This is some of your made-up stuff that makes a lot of sense. Thank you. Oh, we got to turn the speaker on. Sweepstakes. Thank you so much. You want clappy hands? Thank you for the super chat. You got it. It all clicked when I was washing dishes and I seen my neighbor's basement window. Clap your hands! Thank you guys for, I don't know, just engaging in my detective work. It was like God was talking to me. When I seen that basement window, I go, oh shit, she's in a basement.
There we go.
But they don't live in the basement. No, that's where she hides. And that would explain why the furniture is so dirty. Stuff was just in random spaces, you know, and nothing looked like it's been lived in. Those extra dishes on the counter, the reason she didn't put them away is because they're not hers. They're not hers. She wasn't going to touch their stuff.
Finally. Sorry, guys.
Welcome to the Willies. Happy Mar. Willie says, welcome. I appreciate you.
YouTube is so annoying.
Okay, get a load of this shit. Now she's on YouTube's radar. Stephanie, thank you so much for the super chat. Now she's on YouTube's radar. Let's just say Google. She's on Google's radar. Listen to this.
I went to do some settings and then we have to verify it's you and then
Oh shit, girl. Oh my God. Do you know what this means? She went into her YouTube or her Google to adjust some settings. They needed her to verify that it was her. Oh my goodness. You're about to get demonetized, Foodie. They had to verify it was you so they can move forward with the next step. The next step.
giving me a whole bunch of trouble.
I think you're causing them trouble. Their advertisers refuse to run ads on anything Syria. And the vloggers that you speak of, they turn off their AdSense for Syria. You didn't. And you can't use a VPN in Syria. They're well aware of where you're at. And thank you for being irritated and verifying it on YouTube. Now they know it's you and they know where you're at. Good job. Should we do clappy hands again, folks? Good job. Once she's demonetized, she won't even get super chats.
Hello, guys. Okay, so just wanted to say hello for a bit because probably won't be a long night. Hi, everyone. Because we're very tired and
Nothing will send her home quicker, will it?
I want to go to bed. As you can see, I'm half asleep.
No, you've been crying. Your eyes are very watery. I think you're irritated. I think you have to get up, get ready, take showers, and participate in the home you're living in. And you hate it.
No sugar.
And you're only allowed to eat the healthy food that is cooked. So you left Canada for this, huh? Love it.
You have to turn off my expensive, low powerful vacuum. Vacuums can be very expensive. Hey, Nicole, Michaela.
She doesn't need a vacuum. She's only in this basement shelter to vlog, to live stream away from people. Welcome to the Willies, Mississippi. Thank you. Thank you for re-upping. I appreciate you. Nancy, thank you again for a super chat. When you watch Grandma's house, the basement is there too. I think you'll like it, even to the power. Yep. Yep, and that's why they had to invest in extra solar and a battery because the house, if she's going to be downstairs and she's going to be sucking on a CPAP, right? They wanted more solar. Well, I think Salah did it as a courtesy so that they don't become a burden on people. And that's why I think he's buying all the groceries. They're going upstairs, which is pissing her off too. That's why she only has snacks down in that basement. This is where she goes to poop, and this is where she goes to live stream. And I think this is the only space Julia's allowed to be in.
Living the good life. See you later.
Because that is definitely a basement window above her head.
Buttercup. I've seen the news today about the attacks. What attacks? So like 11. Okay. Dolly's. Hello. Mimi. Larry. Is it okay?
You know what's really got her pissed off now, which is why I think she's been crying again, is because those women recommended weight loss surgery. And you know how pissed off that will make her, especially if it's skinny women that know a doctor that she could have weight loss surgery. And now Salah is agreeing with them. Oh, this got to really piss her off. Oh my God.
Hot and hungry.
So yeah, they don't have neighbors. They live with people. Mm-hmm.
Hot and hungry.
In my opinion.
Actually, I had a really good dinner. I'm just tired.
Too tired to help the women clean upstairs in the kitchen? Probably. You got a headache or sciatic?
Thank you. It is almost 11 p.m. Tangy, hello. Hello, Meowsers. Kate, what's up, girl?
Oh my God, can you imagine if she were... I don't think there's anywhere in Syria that money could be wired to her. Like if she put her mom or her aunt on her bank account so they could wire her money, it would have to be done across the border, like in Jordan. There's no way. They will trace it. That Canadian bank would lose its mind. So I think the money would have to be withdrawn, taken to a Western Union, and then wired to Jordan. Do you see what I'm saying? There's not going to be like a transfer of bank accounts. I don't even think Salah has a Syrian bank account at this point. They're carrying all their cash.
Earl? Charlotte, Nikki, Rudo, Hannah.
And I think when you said the woman, Kuromi, is that your name? The Kuromi? Am I close? Kurami? The woman that Foodie was talking about in Syria is very skinny. She rides a scooter with her husband. The lady also has a job outside the house. Fascinating. I think when she said they were sitting outside with friends, you know, enjoying outside when they heard the pew pew, I actually believe it was probably all the people that live in that house. They were eating outside together. I don't believe they drove anywhere. I think it was there because we heard the next night more pew pew. So I think it was there. Cash is the only way to pay in Syria or barter. Right. Yes, we know. We know she emptied her bank account, transferred it to US dollars, and brought it to Syria. They do accept US dollars. And Salah's been slowly taking like $100, 200 and switching it over to Syrian pounds.
Angela, that's too bad.
That's what I was thinking too, Grandma Smurf. This could be his family home for all we know, but I believe it's close to his family home while he's working on the family home. That's what I think. I think he's very close to the family home while he's working on the family home.
I didn't see the news yet about that. Judy, hello. I'm pretty mad.
Because that would explain the rooster.
Hold on one sec.
She's replying to text messages. It's Salah. He's probably upstairs telling her to get off her live and come upstairs. They might be doing something. It could be he wants her to participate. You don't know. But we know how Foodie works. She's not real social. They could all be having cocktails up there. She's pissed off. They may have gotten into a fight. She's definitely been crying.
Sorry, guys. Is it better?
No, I believe it's past prayer time. It's 11 o'clock p.m. But I think she just did prayer before she went live.
It's because, is it better? It's because I had to leave for a minute to fix the YouTube stitch. So that's why. What's new, guys? This lighting is not the best, I know.
Yeah, I think that's him texting her.
You ordered Chili's?
Well, I think she's mad that everybody is, like, she's a very selfish person, right? So if he's giving this family $300 a month for them to stay there, and she's allowed to go down the basement and vlog, and that's where the cat has to stay, is in the basement, and she's bringing snacks down there. I think she goes in that basement whenever she has to poo because she's embarrassed. I think she just doesn't want to live with people. She wants it to be her and Salah. Nobody else talking to Salah, hanging out with Salah. He's a social person. She's not. She wants him all to herself, like trapped in an apartment. And I think he's content with the way things are. And I think this is what's making her mad. Right. She doesn't fit in. She never has, never will.
Yes. Mahaba. Hello, Superboy. Maxine.
You'll have to, Moonphase, you'll have to rewind because I show you underground shelters and houses in Syria. And you'll have to, like, rewind. It's too much to go over again.
Oh, the lip color? It's just a lip gloss. But thank you.
I think they had a fight and she went downstairs to go live. I do. And that's why he won't leave her alone.
Hey, Maddie?
He's probably afraid she's going to say too much, too.
Okay, Nicole, no problem.
Oh, yeah. Every time her eyes are all watery and red bloodshot, she's been crying. Yeah, she might have even caused a scene because she says, I took one of my psych pills, which, by the way, it is, what's it called? Celaprex, or what is it called? Oh, I can't even remember. Anyway, she took one. So that tells you there's been an incident. No, not that one.
But it was, I had
She'll say it.
cheese today.
Nope, it's not Lexapro. She'll say it.
Oh yeah, so our neighbors made us. They brought us some food.
The people upstairs, the women upstairs, Foodie, just say it.
They made. Do you know bulgur? It's like, hey, dog paws. It was like kind of like a fried rice, but like Arab style. Like,
well, remember when she was eating that one food with the French fries and stuff? It was on a silver platter. It was on a silver platter. That was from upstairs.
With bulgur, which is very nutritious.
Yeah, I think it's Cyprelex or something like that.
Yep, I like it. I like being with my family and around nice people and not, like, stalkers. I can't take.
Did you hear that? Did you hear what she just said? We got to pick up on what she's saying. You got to picture that there's people upstairs. They're talking about her. They're trying to talk her into weight loss surgery. They're filling Salah's ear with shit, so she can't be his head noise. They're being his head noise, which is pissing her off. And I think she escaped down in the basement to do her live stream, and she's extremely agitated. He keeps, stalkers. And he keeps texting her wants her to come upstairs. Like, it's all making sense now. Let's listen.
Yep, I like it. I like being with my family and around nice people and not, like, stalkers.
I mean, she could be talking about Canada. You know what I mean? Stalkers in Canada. But I still think she's got an attitude going on, okay?
I can't say Foodie gonna find some cheese.
Yeah, she wants them all to herself. She wants to be the only one he talks to. She's always been this way. She got so mad in Thailand when he was there. He was going out at night, meeting people, hanging out at the pool with people, while she laid in the room and whined.
I had some cheese actually. I had like za'atar and cheese tartare kind of thing. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, so she hasn't eaten out at all, but she's eating all these foods. She's describing them to you. The refrigerator doesn't work downstairs. She doesn't cook. So do the math. She's in an underground shelter of a house they're living in. They're not living in the basement. She goes down here to vlog and take a shit. April, welcome to the Willies. That's why she's not cleaning. She doesn't care. She doesn't live down there. She hangs out with Julia and live streams.
Sorry, I got my notice for on. Teardrop! So, yes, they brought us dinner.
They brought us dinner. You went upstairs and ate. But you don't help them clean, do you? Or cook. Do you, queen?
So it was like bulgur with like chickpeas and spices and chicken. And
but trust me when I say she buys all the groceries. So she thinks she doesn't need to cook or clean.
It brought us mahalo.
Just like when she would butt up to the table after spending $300 or $400 at that grocery store for he who shall not be named to cook her food. It's the same situation type of deal.
Bia, which is like a pudding type of thing.
No, she's not well enough for surgery. No way. But they are talking about her weight in the house. They think in a survival situation, Foodie would eat him out of house and home. You can't blame them, right? They probably think that way. Shellcat, welcome to the Willies. I also think that she remembering back the day in Thailand when that woman asked Foodie if she was pregnant and Foodie said no. And she said, you got that from eating? So I think people over there that are like all coming together to cook together, to feed each other and be part of a survival group, right? They're going to look at her like she would eat them out of house and home. So this is starting to get to her. And I think there's been a lot of fighting going on with her and Salah. And I think there's been a lot of crying going on.
It's really delicious. Anyways, I've talked about it before. So then after dinner, we washed the plates and filled them with fresh fruits and nuts and...
So you are helping in the kitchen. Good for you.
Some other sweets that we had here, and we gave it to them.
You're buying them for them.
Salah went and bought some fruits today.
Because he's kind, and he knows how it works. You provide the groceries, and you'll be allowed to eat.
Hello. Hey, Michelle. YouTube lover.
So everybody's benefiting off of Foodie Beauty's YouTube channel. And she doesn't get to have Salah all to herself. This is hilarious.
Sauerkraut, oh my. 7 days. Can it explode or something like that when you're fermenting foods? I can't remember. Oh, sorry to hear that, Mimi. Salamat.
Yeah, and her food is portioned out. She doesn't get to pig out anymore.
I hope you feel better. Yeah, bulgur is really good. It's pouring rain. It's really hot today. I didn't take pics of the dinner, no, I forgot.
She can't take pics of the dinner because she's eating upstairs with people, socializing. Sometimes she sneaks it downstairs so she can shove it in her mouth like a wild animal in the woods. But sometimes She has to sit up there with everyone else. Annie, thank you for joining the Willies. Oh my God, I appreciate you.
Too. After I was halfway through, I was like, darn, I should have took a pic. No, I ate with
You see how her eyes are watery? You know she's been crying.
salad. That's a lot of nuts. Yeah, there's a lot of nuts in the cuisine here, boobies. It's really, they're healthy and filling. Hey, Ned girl.
Yes, Nana Force, we covered all of it.
Like wheat germ. No, it's not wheat. Is bulgur wheat? Oh, bulgur is a wheat, I think.
I actually don't think. I think when Salah gets up in the morning and prays and goes on with his day, I think that's when she goes upstairs and sleeps most of the day. I do. I don't think she sleeps down there. I know Julia does. I can bet you. Carly Goose, thank you for being a member of the Willies for a month. I think that because I don't think the cat's allowed to run around in the house up there. And I think that she goes up there and sleeps. And I think it's probably was a room with like a twin bed or even a double. And they can't sleep in it together. She already said they sleep in shifts. But there's no way with the fumes down there in that basement could she sleep down there. No way.
No, not like wheat germ. It's like little. It looks like rice almost. Hey, Brooke. Are the neighbors well off? I don't really know their full financial situation, but even if people don't have much, they share.
That right there was a nugget. She says, I don't know their financial situation, but people here share. So Salah definitely is making sure that those people get money for them being in the house and the food is taken care of, the groceries. I believe that. And they added more solar panels and another battery because she's downstairs with the lights on. He wants to make sure they don't wear out their welcome.
They like to share. So, and yes, we share a lot as well.
That she's pissed off. See that? Look at her face when she says it. Look at her face. She wants him all to herself. Am I crackling? Damn this fucking thing. Hold on. Okay. We'll be good for a little bit. It's the app.
So, and yes, we share a lot as well.
She's pissed. She's pissed at how much money she's sharing.
Maxine, hello.
Even Foodie's crackles. It's because we're using our iPhones, and it's something to do with their app that we've downloaded. Even though I have made sure it's up to date, I've deleted it, re-uploaded it. It's something to do with the app and our phones. She's got Android, I've got iPhone. It's the app.
It's just the culture here. Red Room, hello.
No, she's got an Android. So it doesn't matter if you've got Android. It's Google. It's the app.
Nice exchange, sounds so community oriented. Yes. Yeah. It is, yeah.
She's pissed off. You do know that, right? I think she's trying to calm down.
Hey, Jacinta. Mahalabia is a dessert, yeah. It's like a pudding made with milk. And I don't know what else is in it. Nuts, like pistachio, rose water.
Yeah, they have not demonetized her yet. But last night when she went live, when she went to do her settings for her live stream, or she went into her Googles for her settings, Google made her prove that it was her. So I'm telling you right now, she's on their radar. And she literally told on herself in the live stream by even saying that. So now they know it's her. They know she's in Syria. They will demonetize her channel. And then she's screwed. because you can't even get membership. They'll refund the memberships or put them on hold. It's going to be crazy. Primal, thank you for the super chat. Her worst fear, being forced to share with others. Yeah, right? Or be part of family without being the center of attention.
Almost like a rice pudding. Thanks, Jacinta. Yeah, I'm good. Sue's mirror. Lip gloss, yeah. It's like a light color.
Yeah, when they demonetize her channel, the ads come off everything she's got on here. And the no super chats. There's no memberships. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what she was thinking. All she had to do was not break terms of service.
Yeah, Larry, it's
Can't use a VPN in Syria.
so hot here too. So that's why I'm in the fan as usual. You opened kimchi that hissed. Excuse me, we have a new fridge.
They have a new fridge down there. Now listen, this is what I was telling you. She's setting up her live streaming in the basement of this house, right? The people don't want them to leave because not only is she paying them $300 a month, and I don't think Salah wants to leave either. I think he's enjoying himself. They're having conversation. They're cooking together, eating together. This is the Muslim way, not Foodie's way, but the Muslim way. So she's creating a little studio downstairs, and she's paying for it because I don't believe they want them to leave because of the money that she's bringing in, the food he's buying for the house, and the family upstairs is making her use a fork and eat normal portions. Right, she's paying for the groceries. She's paid for her more solar, another battery, and now the refrigerator. They're like, no, we'll put a refrigerator down there. You can do your YouTube down there, right? The cat's stuck down there. And I think that they brought a refrigerator in because they don't want Salah to move out. And she's only going to put beverages in it. What does that tell you?
So we have a new fridge, but because of the electric, we don't want to risk it draining the battery. So we're only going to use during the day, like in the early morning, I'm going to turn it on, put a bunch of water bottles in the freezer.
That's all she's going to keep in it is water bottles.
And then we have to turn the fridge off at maybe 6 p.m. And
so I think they told her the reason we don't have a refrigerator down there is because we don't have enough electrical power to run a refrigerator down there just for you to have drinks in the fridge and cheese, because you know her, when she's vlogging and snacking and sneaking food at night. So I think that's why they put the solar in, to make it more comfortable for her to be down there. Seriously, I think there's a lot, like her and Salah are fighting a lot.
Yeah, just put the bottles in the fridge and they should be okay overnight.
That's all. Look at her. She's pissed. Salah's going to make sure that they don't move out of there. He's not paying for an apartment. He won't do it. Trust me. She's mad. You look at her eyes. She's been crying. They got in a fight. Yeah. She wants to move and have him all to herself.
A bowl of fruit earlier. Yeah, we got some fruit, some fresh fruits. We got some.
So that's funny. Fresh fruits and no refrigerator. Girl. All your little, all these are nuggets. And they all come to the same conclusion. You're buying groceries for the upstairs family. And you get to eat. Yay for you.
Some plums. Okay. Got some plums, pineapple, cantaloupe, peaches, really good peaches. And some little apples that are sweet though. They're not
Yeah, and she let people know that Salah was texting her. Because they got in a fight, and she went downstairs, talked to her beezers, and he's probably afraid she's going to run her mouth and get them all in trouble. That's what he's afraid of. He's telling her to come upstairs. And she might even have done this, like, with him thinking, like, to make him think she was going to expose everything, just trying to get some upper hand in this situation. I love it. I love it all.
Sour. Julia's okay. Where is she? Oh, hi. She's right here. Baby. Baby.
You see how dirty this furniture is? This is just furniture down in the shelter. It's not house furniture. It's just like extra, just in case.
Oh, what do you do?
Well, I'm sure he's pissed because Foodie's known that every time somebody pisses her off, even he who shall not be named, she goes straight to a live stream. So people would make her feel, they would give her the attention she's looking for. They would make her feel good. You look beautiful. Love your lip color. Oh, I love your eyeshadow. Oh, you look so happy. Right? She loves that shit. Every time she got into a fight with he who shall not be named, she went straight to her YouTube channel.
I think she likes it there because it's cool. Thank you, No Sugar. Are you learning more Arabic? Yeah, actually, a little bit more. It's good to have friendly relations with neighbors, yes. Do they have...
It's good to have friendly relations with the people house you live in, Foodie. Anywho, yeah, when she wanted to isolate Salah before, she caused problems with all his friends and his family. Everywhere she goes, she's a tornado. She's a twister. I don't know if she'll get away with it this time being in Syria. I really don't. But then again, she may be threatening him that she's going home. I mean, she better quit playing these games in Syria. She might find out the fuck around.
Gravy mix. I don't know, Veronica. But you know what? I can just make gravy with flour, bouillon.
Your gravy's disgusting. Please don't make that nasty gravy and feed it to those people.
You have gravy. New fridge bees. At least it's clean. Yeah. I'm gonna try to clean that Arab toilet, like the squat style toilet.
Listen to this shit. The only thing you can put down that sewage hole of shit, Foodie, is sewage treatment. They actually make it in liquid form that you pour it down there. But I'm going to guess the way that it was plumbed, I don't believe you will ever, ever, ever be able to fix that smell because I don't believe it's ventilated properly. I think you want to spend more time down there in that basement than you do with those people. And I think the excuse you're using is, I've got to go see my cat. But you really just want to live stream and get away from everybody. That's what you're doing. And I do believe you go down there to take a crap because it's embarrassing when your stomach flips over and you get your bubble guts.
I don't know. There's like I don't know. I don't use it, so it's not me, but there's an odor that was coming from it. Remember yesterday? I didn't show you.
Yeah, it's coming from upstairs where the people live, where everybody lives except you.
It's the Western bathroom, but whatever. So I think I'll pour some bleach and some...
No, never.
Like perfume and some...
No, never.
Soap.
No, never.
Just like everything that's good scented I can find?
No. Google is your friend. Well, it won't be when they demonetize you.
Sweet apples, strawberries, honeydew, melon, and green grapes. Yummy. Yummy. My poor Jack outside is so hot. I keep putting ice in his water. Yeah. It's so hot it is for everyone. Keep cool, guys. Poor Jack. It's so awesome you take care of him, even though he's an outdoor cat, though.
Yeah, that's what I said. Bleach, perfume, soap. She's going to create a Molotov cocktail and destroy these people's home.
In here.
Yeah, you can do lime. They also make, for RVs, black tank treatment, which I think would work well because it has enzymes that actually deodorize and safe for all septic.
Thanks to Yo Mama, I knew Tutu in here. Oh, is Yo Mama live? I haven't even checked.
None of us have.
YouTube who's live or not. Don't make mustard gas. Okay, can you? Oh yeah, can you mix bleach with perfumes? I don't even.
No, Foodie.
I better look it up.
How about you don't do anything in these people's home? How about that? Just sit down there, mind your business.
Mustard gas.
Yeah, and as soon as she lights a cigarette, tick, tick, boom. She lights a cigarette. I'm going downstairs. Stomp, 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 stomp. I don't want to live like this. I'm going to be downstairs and I'm going to talk to my people on a live stream. She lights a cigarette. Kaboom! Well, there's that.
You look like you were dry heaving. Yes. I don't know if it's the heat, but like I'm super sensitive right now to like gross things.
Yeah, right.
So.
No, you're just trying to get Salah to get you out of there. We know how you work. We are well aware of how you work. You're in a pretty good situation living in these people's home, being cooked for. No, you want to go sit in an apartment and you want to eat fast food or junk all day. Don't want people staring at you, making comments, trying to help you lose weight, get better. No, she don't want none of that. Get me out of here, Salah. Get me out of here. I just want to be with you 24/7. Well, you know what? Salah want to work on his family house. He wants to socialize with other people. And if you can't handle that, maybe it's time you go home. Go live in a closet. Unbelievable, your selfishness. Remember the fit you had when he who shall not be named wanted to go hang out with his cousins and his friends? Remember that? You sat in your place and you texted him 200 times. You called him 1,000 times. You picked up a extra phone you had. You couldn't quit calling him. You drove to his house, looked in his windows. Yeah, everywhere you go, there you are.
That just grossed me right out.
Yeah, snakes do come out of the toilet. Plus they have a lot of things. They have a lot of things. There's scorpions. There's a special name of scorpion they have. But you can see she's mad. She's been crying. She's angry. He wants to stay there. They even got her a fridge to put down there so she could do her live streams and drink her water cold. The princess who's giving up a lot of money for these people to live better, and they're cooking for her. But that's not what she wants. She wants to isolate him. She doesn't want them talking in his ear, trying to make her thinner. They're being hospitable is what they're being. She's not being nice, I bet you.
Hey, Italian. Oh, no.
I don't know if camel spiders are just a territory like Afghanistan or if they actually have them in Syria. I'm not sure.
Really? Not Arab, like Arab style, like the traditional style toilets, I should say.
Well, yeah, as soon as they started talking about their weight with Salah, her weight with Salah, that's what's got her pissed off. And she probably told them, if you don't find us a place to leave, I'm leaving. I'm going to Canada, like she always does. Bet me.
Hello, lurking here. A scented lid, dollies. Jacinta, hi. I'd love to see you safe and sound. Oh, thank you, Jacinta. Thank you for the super chat and for the kindness. You're always so nice. Thank you.
Yeah, pretty soon they will be asking, what's wrong with her, right? Especially when her psych meds, when she runs out of them. She only has like a week. She only has a week of them left.
If it's septic, don't put bleach down the toilet. Oh, I better look it up first. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, they're called salafuge, salafuge, known as the sun spider or the camel spiders, are found in Syria. Yeah.
Cheeseburgers, a squat toilet. Yeah. Did you have to adjust to the water? Just like The availability of water, mostly. It's hot today, very hot. Hey, Liz.
I know. Poor Jacinta. She's been hypnotized by the beast. She'll be fine. She'll see the light soon. She'll come back to us.
Lavisa. Sol's okay. He's just resting. He's very tired.
See how she looked up? He's up in the bedroom in the house. And he's texting her to come up there. I think they're all hanging out. And she don't want to hang out with anybody.
We had a busy day today. Just doing errands and things like that. Life stuff.
No, you slept all day.
So, yeah. So I can't wait to just unwind and...
Oh, please.
Don't mix chemicals. Maybe if I just put like the really good scented hand soap, some water.
No, Foodie. That's not how it works.
We've never used it, so I don't know. Probably the septic that smells a bit.
Yeah, because it's in a basement. And it's not ventilated properly from the people upstairs flushing. Duh.
It's all coming together, though. Yeah, Katie, inshallah. Bing bong.
Oh, yeah, Jacinta was here forever.
Lemon. I don't know what the sewage system is like.
You looked up the camel spider? Yeah, they're horrifying. My husband had to deal with them when he was in northern Iraq. We have a base, U.S. military base in northern Iraq, and that's where they were up there and protecting Kuwait.
Yeah, the admiration I have for you for doing these sorts of things is actually amazing. You do whatever the heck you want, ma'am. Thank you, Anatolia. I appreciate that.
Yeah, they got vipers there too.
I had bulgur.
Oh, they do have a Western Union in Syria. There you go.
Chicken and chickpeas for dinner.
Yeah, so I'm going to assume she's got somebody, probably auntie or mom. Mom may be even willing to do it. Pulling money out of her account and they'll Western Union it to her in Syria or Jordan.
Is the heat making you grouchy? Actually,
it's not the heat making her grouchy. It's those damn people upstairs. She can't eat. She can't eat all the food. She can't go up there and rifle through the refrigerator at night. Right? She can't eat like a pig at the table. She got to eat with a fork. Right? What else would make her pissy? Oh, Salah having conversations with other people. Kind, beautiful Muslim women. Cooking. Acting like trad wives. Well, actually being a trad wife. All that shit's pissing her off.
It's mostly just being tired. I'm just tired. That makes me like, ugh. I took one of my...
Here we go. One of her brain pills. Listen to this.
Brain pills, because I can feel myself starting to feel a bit irritable.
She wants to tell you about that fight so bad. Ooh, does she want to tell you? Ooh, ooh, ooh.
That's what happens, like, in any country. There's pumps that increase the water pressure. Oh,
no, that's what happens, Foodie, when you are demanding and you want your way and you won't give in to anything, especially being around people that enjoy Salah's company.
Oh, really?
My God, you weren't even in a relationship with Pete, and you used him to get into that villa, right? You told him to quit his job and do YouTube with you, right? Am I wrong? And he still was not even allowed to have any woman in that villa. You forbid it. You were bringing Nader in there and other guys, but he was not allowed to bring a woman in there. Unfucking real.
Oh, yeah. I am gonna film Stinky Person. It's just that right now we're just kind of like busy adjusting to life. It's like really.
You'll never adjust. I hope Salah says, we're not moving. I'm not moving anywhere. I enjoy being in this home and I enjoy helping these people. You want to stay in the basement? Go ahead. But see, it's a slippery slope because they all want his money, her money, for the groceries and all the things, the upgraded solar.
Really tiring. So, but inshallah, we will do some touristy things tomorrow.
No, you won't.
You know? I use bleach, but I don't. I think it's good to.
Whoever said you can't have a VPN in Syria is a lie. I just Googled it. You can use a VPN in Syria. Hold on. Let's see. You can use a VPN to access YouTube in Syria. Here we go. While VPNs are legal in Syria, the government has blocked access to many VPN websites. That's what people were saying. That's what they meant. That the government has blocked access to many VPNs. So there you go.
To make a surface too sterilized. Yeah, I love using bleach. I bleach the whole normal, like the Western bath. I don't know what to call it, just the bathroom, I guess. Because there's two here, but we don't use the one, so.
No, we said there is a Western Union in Syria. Is this your goal, Crystal Voss 13? Huh? Is this your goal? Is this what you're gonna do? It's called derailing the chat. I'm glad we have a fact finder in here, folks. Amen. I don't know what we would do.
We don't use.
Yeah, and the rest are monitored.
TP, so I'm not sure about flushing it, but I'm sure if you filled enough water in the tank, you probably could. Aw, really, Mimi? That's sad. Juice. Look at her.
Oh, they already have Bandit. People from the Kiwi farms already have.
Juice. What do you do here?
Yeah. Crystal, what's the next fact?
Shaving cream?
Are you going to agree that she lives in a... hold on, I'll pull it up. Are you going to agree that she's down there just live streaming in the basement of somebody's house? Arya, you going to agree? You want to fact check? Oh, shit. You want to fact check this stuff? Hold on. Huh? You want to fact check? This is your typical underground area during conflict, and it looks like she's in one of those in a house where they're probably sharing some kind people allowed Salah to come live with them, and they told her she could vlog in the basement, and the cat has to stay down there, and Foodie's pissed about it because they're all enjoying each other's company and helping each other out through, you know, cooking together, eating together, camaraderie, relationships, friendships, and it's pissing her off every day. Do you think maybe this is what's going on? This is typically how they'll create an underground shelter. Crystal, you gonna fact check? But yes, we already know, like, the M5 road is heavily militarized, so they can actually detect when she was live streaming, and they went in there and they cut the signal. So that was proven and shown. It was great. Yeah, and we're just sleuthing. Where did Crystal go? Crystal? Crystal? Does Foodie have a new sock account? Probably not, but her Beezers do. I was looking to see if she went live, but she didn't. Anyway, so she sat down in the basement. Her eyes are watering. You can tell she's been crying. She keeps tearing up in the corner of her eye. She took her brain pill because she probably was getting out of pocket. Salam might have put her in her place. And she might have said, maybe he's tired of the, okay, then I'm just going to leave. Because remember the last time when he poured water on her head? And she said, maybe I should just go back to Canada. And he said, bye. He goes, Canada bees. I don't think he cares anymore, Foodie. Your little threats aren't going to work anymore. They're just not going to work anymore. Just not going to work anymore. He's going to tell you to leave. He's got a support system now. He doesn't need you. He can pretty much adapt wherever he goes, unlike you. You still want all the attention. You still want to isolate people to get control over them. You use your money. You use people you think that are less than you. But these people are probably really good people like Allah's wife was. The one that washed your legs and your feet for you? That one? Remember when they invited you camping? And then you took their water and snacks? You wanted them to hate you in Salah. So you had them all to yourself. It's evil. And you're in a country where I don't think I would flex evil. You might just, I don't know where she's at. Haven't seen her. He is exhausted when he talks to her. Yeah, I think it's an underground. In a house, yeah. There's couches everywhere. They're dirty, they're old, there's a broken down refrigerator. The counters aren't even wiped down. We don't even know if the stove works. It's all happening upstairs. She's just vlogging down there. Nancy, thank you so much for the super chat. So bottom line, today's the 9th. Will she make it to payday? Well, here's the deal too. If Google made her verify herself, that means they're on her heels about her being in Syria. They're watching. They're going to go through her streams. It's going to say Syria, 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 Syria. She just admitted on a live stream that Google made her verify who she is. That tells you that you're on their radar. Demonetization is next. That means no ads, no super chats, no members. It can take over 3 months. And I'm sure you'd have to be back in Canada or at least living somewhere where they will allow advertisers. Advertisers are the ones that said, no, we will not put our ads on videos made in Syria. I don't know if you get this or not, but people have told you, you ignored. I guess you're going to find out. But they're definitely, you're on the radar. So, go home or don't. Get a job at the local petting zoo. I don't know what to tell you. She can do, yes, you can do videos, Syria videos. You just have to unmonetize it when you do it. No ads, but it's too late. She already put the ads on. That's not and that's not going to be a warning. They will demonetize you because they can't trust you. It'd just be what it is. But, you know, she's a cockroach, so nobody knows. But the fact that she admitted that they made her verify that it's her logging in, now they're going to link it. It is you. You verified it. That's my secret wish. I'd love to see Chantal take home steps to grow her top hair back. Transplant surgery. Yeah, I don't know about that. No, not even members. They will refund members. She's sitting there letting water run, streaming, using electricity. Well, that's why they had to put in more solar. If she's going to be doing this, they said put some solar up on the roof, so they did. Welcome to the Willies! Thank you for being here, Golden Gate. Now, I'm going to piss off, and that's as far as I'm taking this today. But I am going to save the rest of this live stream, even though there's really not a lot to it, except for when she says that they're going to be moving the end of the month. I don't believe it. I don't think Salah would give up. This is probably helping him come out of. I think these people are very kind that they're living with, very loving, nurturing, and I think it's helping him feel like it's home. I don't think he's going to let her screw that up. Better Call Salbot, thank you for the super chat. Am lady, need repair, sewer calls, 877 cash now. Yeah, you might want to put that in her chat. Yeah, in case she needs a sewer man. You think Salah's going to be able to move into his family home at the end of the month? Maybe. Maybe. What happens when her 2 weeks are up? I don't know. She either has to marry him or she has to register next week. So she's been there since the 2nd. She has to the 16th. She's got a week left. Or she has to register with Syria. Nola, thank you for the gifted memberships. 5. Welcome, new members, and thank you. I appreciate you, Nola. I think the best move would be if Salah doesn't want to be a part of his people, which I kind of think he does. I don't think he's going to take her shit anymore. I'm sorry, I don't. I think he's going to get as much money as he can out of her. I just don't think he's going to take her shit anymore. I think he's over it. I really, really do. Her threats and intimidation is not going to work anymore. Not in Syria. I really don't. I think he's got hope in Syria. I do. And I don't think he's going to let her ruin it. I just don't. I feel a different vibe off of him. And I don't know. It's just weird this time. Yeah, I think he realized that she'll never get him to Canada, and she's bullshitting him. Yes, Google and YouTube are one and the same. Mm-hmm. So, it's a lot to unpack and to think about. Yeah, he's definitely different in Syria. You never know. He may actually feel like hope and home. And maybe these people that he's hanging out with and they're living with are making him feel so good. You know what I mean? It's a possibility. 5 more? Gen X Files, you got a membership. Woot woot. Another 5, Nola. Love you. Gosh, thank you. We're trying to go green. We had 1,334 people in this stream today. And I hope all of you are just having fun with the React. And I kind of like to put things together and just come up with my own conclusion. I don't know. It makes it funner. Kind of makes the boring shit seem like it's a mystery of sorts or CSI. I don't know. But I enjoy doing it. And thank you for joining along. If you're not subscribed, please do. And thank you for the memberships gifted, the memberships joined, the super chats, the thumbs up on the way out. And I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Love you.